Zaya here with Val, the long-awaited Val. You guys have been so awesome, and you wanted Val back, and so she is back, and I'm so glad.
Aww,
I'm so glad you're
thanks,
here.
guys. I love being here.
It's always a bit of a party, so we're going to get right started. What we're going to be talking today is, we thought we would do Val's current top 10, but there's also a few new ones in there that she wanted to mention as well. But before I get started, if you haven't subscribed, just go ahead and hit that button, join the Weird Wonderful family. It would be amazing to have you part of the community, and let's get into this.
Let's do it. So I'm just going to start strong with this gorgeous presentation. This is called Zukruf, I believe I'm saying that correctly, by Zaya. Look at this bottle, guys. Look at that. Oh, I'll admit, I get seduced by a beautiful bottle, just like the next person, and that's what happened here. This is a gorgeous perfume, though, and it's really begun to macerate beautifully for me. So at first I thought it was just another Yara dupe, and it kind of is. It's in the same family, but it's really begun to macerate in a way that's gotten deeper and prettier and more candy-like for me. I found for myself, Yara never really grew on me because it always kind of just gave me that like juvenile deodorant smell. This one, even though in the same family, this is what I wanted Yara to be.
Right.
So I'm really happy with it.
For me, what I get as soon as I smell it is Yara. That said, it's a little less artificial, and it's a lot more potent.
It's, yeah, it's a deeper, like it, and it really, it develops beautifully on the skin, whereas I find Yara is quite linear. This one really develops in a way that it really brings out some warm candy notes.
Right.
The top notes are orchid, heliotrope, vanilla. Mid notes, musk, marshmallow, almond milk, and base notes of amber, vanilla, and sandalwood. So there's a lot of vanilla. It's very candy-like. But the sandalwood and the almond really, or the almond milk, you can really get almond in it, I find, but not in a cherry way.
Yeah, I agree. Like when I sniff, if I sniff the cap real hard.
That's
okay,
what
just
we do.
1 second. This one I'd like to try on my skin sometime. Okay, on the cap, it smells like Yara. As soon as you put it on here, it reminds me of almond icing.
Very much so. Very much so.
Heliotrope can smell a little bit cherry-esque or a little bit almond-esque, I think.
Yeah.
This is really, really nice, but yeah, I'm going to just try it on my skin. We'll see what happens.
It's a youthful perfume for sure, but I love wearing it anyway. It's really pretty for spring, and I can't get over the bottle. The cap's really heavy too. It's a gorgeous presentation, and it's just, I really like this one.
As soon as I put it on my skin, it's infinitely better than Yara. Definitely more almond. It's a little deeper, richer, more sophisticated, and way less juvenile. I'm really glad I tried it on the skin.
Because at first, I mean, when I first got it, I shared it with you, and we were both
I was
just
disgusted.
like,
I'm like, bleh. Yeah,
yeah, just like
but
me.
because I smelt it on the cap, I went Yara and just dismissed it.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's actually
Wow, Val. It's good.
It's a grower and a shower. It comes along real nice, like it does. It
yeah,
really
this
does.
is really, really good.
And just for those of you who are nerds in the Middle Eastern perfume world, like we are, Zaya is a section of Afnan. So if you're looking for it, you might find it under Afnan when you're searching for perfumes. But yeah, love it.
Awesome.
So it's, I think the name means sugar, Zukruf.
The bottle's way nicer than Yara's. If you like Yara or love Yara, my guess is you're going to love this even more. If you don't like Yara, you may really like this.
Yeah, I would say
because it's not so similar once you spray it on, but it definitely has that feel, but just way better. Yeah, way better. What was the price like compared to Yara? Like Yara's what, $25?
A little more expensive, around 40, I think.
Okay, yeah, but not too bad, especially for that bottle.
Absolutely, yeah, the presentation is gorgeous. Next we have Latafa Awan. So this is a perfume I picked up over a year ago, and I was in a buying frenzy around a year ago, as we all know. I had picked up a few perfumes that really had that kind of bright, candied citrus, orange blossom kind of a scent profile that basically Linder D And I felt that this was just another Linter D knockoff.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I have a few of these, I'm good. And I put it to the back of the shelf and I didn't really think about it. Recently, I pulled it back out just for fun and it blew me away. So the maceration on this one has come a distance and it is gorgeous. It is very, I think it's the patchouli that's really come through. There's patchouli in the base.
Have you smelled Linter D Rouge?
I haven't, I've wanted
Okay,
to.
I'm gonna bring it out. I think it's Linter D Rouge, smell that.
Oh yeah. So there's the addition of ginger in this one, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
they smell really close.
Similar, very similar. So I think what's going on is the Linter D Rouge is like that level of sexiness at it. There's more dimension, there's more spiciness, like it's, and I think that's what's going on here as well, but in the form of patchouli.
Oh, okay.
I really am not a fan of patchouli, but when it's blended with a candied orange, I cannot resist.
Yeah.
Like I can't, and that's what's going on here. And, you know, you're going to get a very long-lasting fragrance with patchouli if it's blended right. And that's what's going on here as well. I really like this one.
And so what are the notes in this? Yeah. These bulbous things on the side. First of all, I actually really like this bottle. But the bulbous things somehow remind me of lizard cheeks.
Yeah, it looks pretty scaly, actually. It's a very unique perfume or bottle design. So top notes of bergamot and orange, mid notes of orange blossom and jasmine, base notes of musk, sandalwood, and patchouli. So again, a very pretty basic, straightforward scent profile.
So good.
Nothing basic about this one. Like this was, and this is super affordable. Yeah. Like it's under $50. This smells like it could cost $300 to me. I
want to try that one on my skin because I'm curious as to how similar it is. Okay, on the skin, it doesn't smell anything like Linter D Rouge. Okay. I get way more patchouli, but super sexy.
Oh my God, it really is. Like,
but definitely
sex bomb.
But definitely not blind buy safe.
No, it's not.
Because that patchouli is really strong. And to me, it's a little dirty.
Yeah, it's
a sex bomb.
It's a sex bomb. I mean, what you... It is. It really is. And like I said, I'm not a fan of dirty patchouli by any stretch of the imagination. That is not me, but I'd wear this day and night. So it's the very bright, sweet candied orange. And it is so sweet that it's a sugared patchouli, right? It's so good.
What's good is your eyeliner.
Oh, thank you.
It looks awesome. I love it. I'm like staring at her eyes. It's like, those look great.
Thanks. I really was. I was like, you did it. You overdid it, but no, it worked.
No, it looks awesome.
Okay. Thank you. We have actually, it's Riffs Luxury Wear. So this is duping Armani's Ver Malachite.
Right.
And it's duping it so well. The search is over. These Riffs ones, they're incredible.
So do you like this better than the Niche Royal Bear?
Yes, I
do. Okay, tell me why.
The reason why is they smell almost so good. Hard not to cuss, ladies, when it smells this good. It is so good. So this one, what's that face?
Well, I'm mad because like Niche Royal Bear is great. Like I really like
phenomenal.
But it's a lot more, it's a little bit more floral, a little bit more heady. Whereas this is a little bit more raunchy. There's a little raunch factor in this one, which is great.
The reason I like it better is just one simple reason. It's just stronger.
Oh, okay.
For me, they smell almost identical, but this one pulls it off. I guess, yeah, deeper, richer, stronger. You get a better sillage. It's just more, like, it just feels like better quality. It just lasts longer. Bitter orange, petitgrain, jasmine sambac, ylang ylang, pink pepper, lily, vanilla, and benzoin. I
definitely get the ylang ylang. Like, it feels more like a tropical floral, but I do get like the jasmine-y type aspect too, but the yellow floral to me definitely stands out.
Definitely, like I get that too, the tropical, but it's unmistakably white floral as well. So it's such a perfect balance of both. And then the vanilla and the benzoin just sweetens it up. Yeah. So it's not a candy sweet, but it's such a pretty, pretty floral. Like I can't imagine, like this just isn't, it's inoffensive. Yeah. But it's strong and it makes a statement. Yeah. But it's inoffensive.
Super bougie would be great for like office, day wear, wedding, like special occasion day. I don't think it's, like I wouldn't consider it uber sexy, but I'd consider it more sophisticated, classy.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rich lady smelling.
Very much so. And that brings us into her sister, Riffs Royal Rouge. And this is duping the beautiful, illustrious Armani Rouge Malachite, one of my favorite perfumes of all time. This is the best dupe I've come across. Again, the search is over. I am so happy about these, you guys. They're really high quality, isn't it? Like,
it's like, seriously, like for Rouge Malachite, I was pretty picky. This is it. So if you're wanting a dupe, look no further. This is the one to go for. It's so darn close.
it's so good.
So I'm really impressed with this one for sure. Like I definitely want to get that one. It's so good.
Oh, it's amazing. It's got tuberose in all 3 levels of the fragrance. Tuberose, pink pepper, clary sage. I think it's the clary sage that really makes it unique, hey? And I'm not too familiar with clary sage, but in this, it's just, I think that's what gives it that kind of, between the clary sage and the jasmine in this, you're getting that alien feel. And I love that. Ylang ylang, benzoin, cashmere, and orange blossom, and then more and more tuberose. So it's a tuberose bomb. You gotta like tuberose, but it's sweet and it's very sexy.
Yes, and although it's tuberose, if you love alien, you will love this. Like, no doubt in my mind. If you love alien, this is to me similar to the old alien that everybody's pining after. But this one, to me, it's very, very, very similar to alien. So it's gorgeous.
So one note I will say about these two, my only criticism is the atomizers are really lacking. You got to be careful. They also leak. This one came really leaky for me, but it smelled so damn good that I was willing to forgive it. There was no way I was going to send it back, and the leaking has resolved. But these will just pop off on you, and it's a pretty weak spray. That's my only complaint. But the quality of the juice is remarkable, so I can forgive it.
Cool.
But I just wanted to make that little disclaimer.
Thanks for doing that, because
yeah,
that's a big deal, especially to some. Like,
well, it matters for sure. All right, so next, I know a lot of you are really curious about this one. So this is the newest in the Paris Corner care line. It's called Fusion. I'll let you smell that. This one is said to be duping Kayali's Sparkling Lychee.
I love it. Like, I love it. So me and Val are trading. So I'm taking this one and she's taking my mango punch, which I'm not crazy about. I really enjoy this. I love the brightness of the lychee. The apple is underneath for me, and although there is a bit of a sharp quality to this, as it dries down, it gets a little bit candy-like on my skin, like just a sweet candy. So really, really enjoy it, and I love this bottle, honestly. Okay, beautiful. So you say what your thoughts are.
Well, my honest thoughts are I wanted more of a sparkling lychee, but I have to admit I haven't smelled Kayali's, so I don't know what I'm really comparing it to. So it was sort of my imagination I was going off of. Right. And I was kind of looking for that really bright, sparkling, like lychee with raspberry, like really kind of tart, more tart. And what I'm getting out of this for me is almost like, at first when I got it, it smelled almost like crab apple or apple juice. Right, okay. And that just wasn't what I wanted. And I was like, this is still a solid fragrance, but it's just not what I had in mind. As I've had it over the last week or so, it's macerated into more of a cranberry. So there is a tartness to it. Yeah, you know what? But do you get the cranberry?
Yeah, I get what you're saying for sure.
And again, yeah, it's pretty. You guys, it is pretty.
Well, and I love cranberry, so maybe that's part of it. I couldn't say whether this is exactly like Eden Sparkling Lychee or not. Like, I do know that I wasn't crazy about Eden Sparkling Lychee, but I really enjoy this one. Like, really enjoy it, so.
I'm so glad you do. Yeah. And yeah, like, it goes really well with your chemistry. For me, it just, it kind of fell flat. So I think, and that would have something to do with my chemistry for sure. But this is a very sweet, fruity, beautiful, like it's a bowl of fruit. It's going to be really nice in the summer. Even though it's sweet, it's not too sweet for the summer. I think it's a really nice one.
Yes,
So
I agree.
You know what, you guys, I had to bring it back because look at the dent.
That's crazy.
If you haven't tried this yet, if you like the scent profile at all, or if you like gourmands and sweet, fluffy, nutty, marshmallowy notes, just don't put it off anymore. Just get it. Care Pistachio by Paris Corner. I love it. I love it. And what I'm really finding I love about it too is it's an amazing layering fragrance.
Right.
Because it's so marshmallowy. So you can just like sweeten up your fragrances with it and it blends beautifully.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's not much more to say about it. I know we're all familiar with the scent profile. I just flipping love this thing.
Okay, I've got, like, I really enjoy it too, but I struggle because for whatever reason lately, when I smell it, I'm getting bug spray.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Which, like, obviously it's so crazy because she's smelling it and she's smelling marshmallow and pistachio. And normally I do, but I've tried it twice and even on the cap, bug spray.
Really?
Which is so weird because I really liked it. So it could be just because I'm off, like, you know, in general. Yeah, a little bug spray.
Well, it's interesting because it does, like the first note is Italian bergamot.
Okay.
It's got geranium, which I always find challenging.
Right, yeah.
And
maybe it's the geranium I'm smelling then.
Because mixed into, like this is such a crazy load of notes. There's so much going on in here.
Yeah.
So that's super interesting. And like I said, I finally did, like we're in Canada, so some fragrances are harder to come by for us, but I finally was able to locate the Lattafa version of this scent profile. It's called Affection. So that's on the way to me. I should have it within a few days and it'll be part of the next haul that we do.
I can't wait to smell that one.
So excited.
Just to see.
And I'll bring this back. We'll compare them and we'll see how it goes. But yeah.
For sure.
To me, the scent profile is just so delicious. I can't have too much of it.
Yeah.
So really, really happy to have that one. And then next, this cutie. So you guys have heard all about this and it's called Talak by Lattafa. I think I'm saying that correctly. This isn't brand new news anymore, but I'm still madly in love with it and I haven't really talked about it yet. So I just wanted to bring it along, showcase this gorgeous bottle. This perfume was created by Quentin Biche, a very famous perfumer.
Beautiful.
It's honestly stunning.
I don't like it on me, but I love the way it smells.
Yeah.
So I didn't like it on me and I smelt it on Hessie. Really liked it on her. Really liked it on everyone I smelt it on, just didn't like it on me.
Oh, that sucks.
But tell me why you love it.
I love it because it's such a unique spin on caramel. So people really say that this is a lot like La Belle, Jean-Paul Gaultier's La Belle.
Oh, okay.
Do you get that?
Not at all.
I get that. I totally get it. It just, where there was a poached or a cooked pear, I get this really intense caramel mixed in with leather, mixed in with, and I'm not a leather fan, but it works here.
Right.
It's so masterfully blended that I can forgive the leather. The leather gives me enough of a supporting note to the caramel that it's not basic at all. It's so nuanced. It's sexy. It's really sexy.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think it's anything like La Belle. That said, the caramel in here is excellent and it does go really well with the leather. Yeah. So for me, if you like something like sugar leather, you may like this one as well. This one, it doesn't smell cheap. It smells really quite intoxicating. And what's the fruit that's in here? Is it pear?
It's apricot actually, and there's also rhubarb. And there's honey, so the honey mixes with the caramel. There's bitter almond, there's musk, vetiver, and leather in the base. And I find those two can be challenging for me or more masculine, but mixed with all that sweetness really rounds it out beautifully. This is an evening fragrance in my opinion.
I was going to say it's like a leather bustier and fishnet stock. It's that fragrance. Like it's pretty freaking sexy. For whatever reason, it doesn't work for me.
Side note, layering these two, thank me later. Just do it. Unreal, because the sweetness in both is so different, and when they come together, very good.
Awesome.
All right, so now we're into the eye rolling section apparently. So I brought this one. This makes my eyes go back in my head 100%. This is Mussamum White Intense by Lattafa. And we've got ourselves another amazing snake. This actually smells like leather. Like, I think this is real.
Let me smell it. It does smell like leather.
I heard that. I've watched a lot of reviews on this fragrance. By the way, thank you, Danny from Deep Green Beauty, for introducing this beautiful fragrance to us. I probably wouldn't have gone near this one because the presentation, I loved it and didn't love it, and I wasn't sure what to think.
Right.
And Danny let me smell hers and I was like, oh my God. So right off the top, before I get into the notes, this reminds me of a softer, more well-rounded, more summery Grey Charnel.
Oh, interesting.
Spices, there's no tea in this, but there's like a creamy sandalwood that is extremely similar to Grey Charnel.
Right.
And then there are spices. It just says spices. Spices, bergamot, and orange are the top notes, which you can really get right away.
Yeah.
Ambroxan, ylang ylang. In the mid, we have a beautiful creamy coconut. In the base, we have a beautiful creamy sandalwood and musk. So it all comes together to be
I gotta spray it on myself.
This beautiful, like it starts out light, and then on the skin as it heats up and throughout the hours of wear, it just becomes like that sandalwood, the coconut really starts to come to the forefront. Isn't it elegant? This is like, if you've been on the fence about this one, really go for it. It sells out very quickly, I'm aware of that. Like in the week that I bought this, I watched it sell out twice on FragranceNet, and I jumped in and grabbed it the second round. And there's a reason for it. The bottle's obviously astounding. It's an amazing bottle. The elegance of this, like Lattafa is really taking it up a notch and then another notch. And then like this smells niche to me.
Yeah, I would say it smells niche. It smells to me a little bit vintage. So when I smell it, maybe it's part of it is the bottle and stuff, but it does remind me of something quite heavy. Do you find it heavy?
Like the fragrance itself? No. I can see what you're saying because I mean, the sandalwood is dense. Right. But I feel it's so creamy. I don't know if it's heavy.
Okay, so for me, sandalwood translates to kind of a green mineral a lot of times, not always, but in this, that is the case. I think that this is a gorgeous fragrance, and it's a sexy fragrance that would definitely work in the summer.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because the citrus keeps it summery. Yeah. But yeah, a beautiful summer evening fragrance.
But to me, it reminds me of an assassin. Like, I don't know if it's the bottle that's throwing me off, but she pulls it out of her purse and stabs you with it. But yeah, like it definitely, it's a bad girl fragrance, I think.
Yeah, you don't get demure out of this presentation whatsoever.
No, this woman, she's experienced.
1000%. 1000%.
Oh, love it.
Oh, since we're in the sexy assassin section, I brought back 2 perfumes. Actually, yeah, no, I brought back 2 that I have talked about before. So I just want to touch on them briefly, simply because the maceration process has turned them into beasts. And I think it's worth talking about them again because it's almost like having a new fragrance. So Infin Elixir, which is a dupe for Initio's Side Effect. I said to Maria, I brought this over and I said, if I was single again, I'd be wearing this. I'd be wearing this on dates at night. I would feel like a femme fatale wearing this. This is so sexy. And this is like, as soon as you smell this, it's the kind of fragrance you'd love to smell on a man. But a woman, like a really confident, sexy woman can pull this off. And it doesn't come across as masculine. It just comes across as, is that really how you smell? Because you are a sexy individual. I love it. Rum, tobacco, cinnamon, saffron, sandalwood, and hedione. So we're not really in the season for this one. Yeah. But I'd wear it anytime, anywhere.
Yeah, for me, I find this one more masculine. And I agree, like a sexy, confident woman, definitely, like it's certainly unisex. I think it's too much for me. Like if I were to go out, this wouldn't be the one I would choose, but I would choose something like, what's that one you gave me? The Frederick
Crescent?
Yeah.
Crescent, yeah.
That one I like, but lots of people find that one masculine.
Yeah.
Whereas I find this one quite masculine.
My first thought
sexy.
is
Very
I would
sexy.
love to smell this on a man. Like I wish my man liked fragrance.
Yes.
I love the way he smells, so we're good. But it would be, if he ever wanted to wear a fragrance, this would be the one.
Yeah.
And I'm, yeah, like I love my feminine fragrances,
Yeah.
but this is just addictive to me.
Yeah.
It stands alone. So there's that. And then I also brought along.
Sorry, just give me a second to compose myself. I don't know why. Whenever I hear this, whenever I hear it stands alone, instantly in my head, the cheese stands alone. The cheese stands alone. Oh, the Dario, the cheese stands alone every single time.
You gotta keep
I
that
always
in.
felt so sad for the cheese.
Aww.
Okay.
Okay,
sorry.
and that makes me think of the farmer is outstanding in his field, which makes me think of this unbelievable meme that has to be shared with you specifically because I know your humor.
Okay, you gotta send that to me and I'll put it on the video.
Oh.
Why is that so funny?
One of us is gonna die.
Oh, that was great.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I know, I laughed so hard. I was like, is that even funny or am I crazy?
It's hilarious. It's so not normal.
We get each other. We get each other's sense of humor.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
All right, we're still in the eye rolling section. So these next two fragrances are really sexy and might be a little more appropriate for winter or for evening wear. I brought this one before. It is called Brown Orchid Oud Edition. So by Fragrance World. And Fragrance World has a line of brown orchid fragrances, but they are all duping something else. As far as I know, this one isn't necessarily duping anything. It's just a gorgeous, deep, dessert-like oud.
Mm-hmm.
And I just really love it. I wouldn't wear this hardly ever. I just love having it to smell in the bottle. And sometimes I'll wear it just for myself.
It's beautiful. It's smooth. It's sweet. It's a little bit spicy, very oud-like. This would be so, so good on a guy as well.
It really would.
But like, it's definitely unisex. More for colder weather, in my opinion.
Definitely, yeah, because it's a very strong, very, very rich one, and I think it's mostly attributed to the chestnut cream in the base.
Oh, okay.
So as soon as you know that note is there, to me, that's what it's all about. Vanilla and chestnut cream mixed with oud. There's pink pepper, red spider lily, tuberose. I don't really get a lot of floral. I just get a very full-bodied...
It's so dumb.
Tell me why.
Nothing. It's just as soon as there's nothing. It's just an idiot.
Well, it's honestly, what is spider lily? I've never even heard.
Well, then all I can think of is I don't want it now.
Spider lily.
You know what it kind of reminds me of a little bit of By the Fireplace.
Does it actually?
Yeah, I think from the chestnut.
Okay.
So
yeah,
it gives me that feel.
Of course, that makes
but
sense.
But to me, this is nicer. It's a little less woody and more vanillic and tobacco-y.
Yes.
So love it.
Nailed it. You nailed it.
Okay, I'm gonna give you the snake. Hey, this would be a good weapon. Just that, like, oh, the snake has diamonds in the eyes.
Oh, that's so
That's
cool.
kind of nice. I'm trying to be all serious and it's not working.
Not possible with us.
Brush those, here I come. Look at that nostril. The pressure's on. What do I smell? I'm dropping everything out of my legs. Okay. I'm trying to smell it on the cap and I can't really smell anything. Okay, just wait. That's the best thing ever. I needed that laugh. Oh, that's hilarious.
So good. Okay.
I've got to work up my lung. Okay. People are going to wonder why we were crying. Oh, my head.
What's left here? Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Okay, I gotta get organized. All right, I gotta tell you, I'm really glad we were never in church together.
Or a funeral. That would be a disaster. It's hard enough with my sister.
Like, I wouldn't be able to, I'd be on the other side of the church. That would be it. I wouldn't be able to look at you. Oh my God.
Oh, that's hilarious.